a new diet called dry fasting is generating a lot of buzz on social media these days. Dry fasting involves drinking no water at all. NBC medical correspondent Dr. John Torres is here to fill us in on what exactly this is. So let's start with the basics. What is it, and why the heck would anyone do it?
And the overall basic is don't do this. Okay. This is a dangerous diet fad. And if you look at...
Okay, and it's over. Thank you.
What they're touting this on social media, and what they're saying is this is a cure for everything. So in addition to fasting, not eating for a few days, they're saying don't drink anything. No liquids, no water, anything. They're saying it's anti-aging, increases stem cells, rests your organs, all these things it does not do. It's a dangerous diet. It can cause health problems, long-term health problems.
I mean, are people actually doing this? Yeah. I know, that's not even a question. It's just more like, what are you talking about not drinking water? That just seems insane to me.
And it seems like they're doing it because, again, they look at social media and they look at these health influencers who are saying, this helped me immensely. I had all sorts of skin problems. I had sinus infections. It cured all those things. It doesn't do
Real quick, if you do this and you're one of those people, what can that do to your system?
Numerous things. One, you're going to have low blood pressure, so you might faint, you might have problems. Your body uses water in every cell, including your brain cells. It can cause urinary tract infections, and probably most concerning, even if you do it short term, it can cause permanent kidney damage.
Wow.
Because your kidneys are so reliant on water. Something you want to watch out for.
Okay, Dr. John, take away this.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And we're done with that one. Thank you so much.
All right. Shalom. Like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rahah, Rakah, Quadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah being His only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and Rakah Quadash is the Holy Spirit. And want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And peace and blessings to the elect that bring forth and push forth this truth, 100% truth, with great sincerity and wholeheartedly. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakathon. And also peace and blessings to the Uakim and few Aqua that subscribe to this truth and believe in this truth wholeheartedly. Shalom. As you just seen, these news reporters, speaking about religious fasting. You see? And in the beginning of the video, they brought out and they spoke and said that it's a new diet. You see? But first of all, fasting is been here for ages. This has been going on for ages. They speaking on it like it's a new trend or something. You see? And second, it's not called a dry fast. That's a true fast. You see? See, these devils, they call a true fast a dry fast, because true fasting to them is when you don't eat, but you still drink liquids. That's not a true fast, And if you search the scriptures, you can learn what a true fast is. You see, that's how you know that these pastors, in these churches, don't truly search the scriptures. Because it shows you plenty of times what a true fast is. You don't eat nor drink. You see? And then you had Jake, one of the news reporters, and he could be a Edomite. His mother, he just looked like a Jake. His mother could be a so-called black woman, and his father can be of the lineage of Esau. You see? So, you had the other news reporters, which is the Edomite woman, saying she said it seems insane, to fast. You see, yeah, it seems insane to the wicked, because these devils, they don't have nothing to do with it. these so-called white people, these heathens have nothing to do with this. You see? Nothing. And you know what? I'm gonna grab this real quick. In the book of Psalms. And it reads, book of Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, you see what it says, but unto the wicked, and anytime the scriptures say the wicked, it's talking about the Edomites, these so-called white people. And it says, but unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. You see? They don't have nothing to do with this. You know? Period, point blank. Verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. Right. So that's why these devils cannot understand. And it's you know, foreign to them because they have nothing to do with this. You see? But we fast, Salakia. But we fast, first of all, so we can build our spirits up. You know? Gain strength spiritually. You see? Why did Yahweh Shah fast? Why did the world ignorantly calls Jesus? Why did he fast? Why did he fast for 40 days and 40 nights? You know? Or you know, he fasted because he was had trials and tribulations ahead of him. You know, ultimately him dying on the cross. That's what one of the reasons why he fasted, so he can build his spirit up. You see, so he can stand, you know, be tough in the spirit. You see, and that's an example that we ought to follow because, man, hey, it's finna get ugly out here. You know, the famine is coming. You know, Jacob's trouble. You know, it's finna be hell out here. You know, so we are to follow the same example that Yahweh Shah, you know, fast so we can strengthen our spirit, you know, go without drinking or eating. So when that time comes, when the famine comes and there is no food or drinking, we'll be already used to it, you see? So, because it is guaranteed to come, believe it or not, those prophecies will be fulfilled. So, we are to fast so we can strengthen ourselves spiritually, you know, grow spiritually. And second, to get closer to our powers, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. You see? You know, because if you sincere and you fasting, the Most High will reveal things. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah will reveal things to you. He will give you revelations, you know, make you see clear on certain things. How you think the apostles and elders and Akim are able to break down, you know, mysteries in the scriptures? You see? You know, it comes by fasting. How are you able to get certain demons off? Because certain demons, you just can't pray to the Most High, and they're done. And then they leave you alone. No, certain demons are you have to fast to get them to leave. And matter of fact, we're gonna get that in the book of Matthew, and I believe that's in I believe that's in the book of Matthew. Slakia. Okay, let me grab it. I know it's in the book of Matthew. Bear with me really quick. Really quick. Because we have to fast. Here we go. It's in the book of Matthew's. Matthew chapter 17. Book of Matthew chapter 17. We're gonna start at verse 20. It said, and Yahushua said unto them, because the disciples, this went into when the disciples couldn't this went into when the disciples tried to use power to rebuke that demon that was in you know what? Let me go up just to make it clear. It says, Lord have mercy. Verse 15. Lord have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. So this man's son was possessed by a demon. You see? And then it says, verse 16. And I brought him to thy disciples, which was the 12, and they could not cure him. Right. So the disciples could not cause that demon to leave from his son. You see? So we're gonna jump back down to jump back to 19. And it said, then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And verse 20, and Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Now this is the point. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. You see? So, it's certain demons you're not going to be able to get rid of unless you fast and pray. And I mean truly fast. Meaning not eating or drinking. You see? So, it's certain things and certain prayers are not going to be answered unless you fast. Because what are you doing when you fast? Truly fast. You're afflicting your soul. You're humbling yourself before you have Hashem Yahushua. You see, you're afflicting yourself. You're trying yourself. And with that comes self-discipline. You see? So, that's one of the reasons why it's important for us to fast. So we can demon, you might not be able to get rid of a certain demon, that's bothering you, constantly, giving you headaches or, whatever. And the only way you can get rid of that demon is by fasting. I'm gonna read that one more time. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out by prayer. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting. You see? So we have to pray. We have to fast, man. Fasting is very necessary, man. Believe it or not. You see? And Salakia. Let's go to the book of Job. Because like I said, this is what gets us closer. Fasting brings us closer to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You see? This is how we truly return back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Fasting comes with that, man. Believe it or not, man. What the scriptures say, it is better to be in the house of mourning, than feasting. You see? So we're gonna go, Salaki, in the book of Joel. And we're gonna start at verse 11. And it said, and Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? Right. And this is going into future prophecy. This prophecy hasn't took place yet. You see? And it's gonna get real terrible out here. You see, just like the scripture said, for the day of Yahweh is a great and very terrible, and who can abide? Verse 12. Therefore also now said Yahweh, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. You see? So it's mandatory. You see? That we fast, man. That's how we truly turn and turn give ourselves to Yahweh Shemiah Shah, man. By truly fasting. You know, weeping and mourning, man. You know, humbling yourself before Yahweh Shemiah Shah. You see? Because, man, and the scripture say, who can abide in that? Who can abide in that day? You see? Because when the famine comes and there are no more food trucks, there are no more water. You know. See, people in that time, in that day, people ain't gonna have no choice but to fast. You see? Believe it or not. Yeah, people don't want to fast now, but they ain't gonna have no choice but to fast. You see? So, and they not gonna be used to it. And then you gonna here come that chip, and then people gonna take that chip, man. You jakes, y'all gonna take that chip, because in order to have that chip, without that chip you can neither buy nor sell. So without that chip, you ain't gonna be able to eat. You see? And you jakes, y'all gonna take that chip, man. Because y'all ain't followed the commandments, man. Y'all didn't afflict yourselves. You see? But those that are afflicting themselves, fasting and humbling themselves, they ready. They stand ready from getting ready. You know? So when all hell break loose, it's nothing to them to go a day, or 2 days, or 3 days without eating. You know? You see? That's the elect. You see? They the ones that's going to be able to abide in that day. Stand in that day. Stay strong in the spirit in that day. Why? Because Yahweh Shemiah Shah is dealing with them. And he's causing them to be afflicted now before all hell break loose, you see? So we have to, you know, practice, man. Practice on it, afflicting ourselves, you see? You know? You know, because, man, everybody so used to, these carnal people so used to eating, you know, man, they go crazy if they go a day without eating, you know? They go a day without eating, they go crazy, you see? But what the scripture say? What did our Lord Yahweh Shah say? Man should not live by bread. And you know what? Let's grab that. We're going to grab that really quick. In the book of Matthew. Here we go. And this is when Yahweh Shah fasted for 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. And Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, came and tempted him. And you see, he tried to tempt Yahweh Shah while he was weak. We're going to start at verse 3. And it reads, and when the tempter came to him, which is Satan, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. You see? And you think Yahweh Shah couldn't do that? If he wanted to, he could have caused an angel to come down to send him bring forth water, food. Yeah, he could have did that, definitely. But no, he chose to he chose to afflict himself, man. You see? He said, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. But what did Yahweh Shah say? But he answered and said, it is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. You see? Come on, man. You see? Because when you're fasting, you know, not always full of this GMO foods, you know, and GMO liquids, you know, which is defiled. You know, when you're not always full of that in fasting, you're purifying your soul, man. You're purifying your soul. You see? So, just like Yahweh Shah said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, you know, but by every word that's proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. You know, period, point blank. You see? And that's the only, that's how you grow. That's how you grow in the spirit. That's how you get more understanding. You know? That's how, you know, man, you might be wanting the Most High to do something for you. You know? Hey, the Most High be like, hey, man, you gotta fast. You gotta fast more, you know? And best believe he will, answer your prayers, man. If you afflict yourself and humble yourself before him, he'll come through, man. It never fails. It never fails, man. Just go through the scriptures. It's proven through the scriptures, man. And you know what? We're going to go to the book of Ezra. The book of Ezra, chapter 8. Book of Ezra, chapter 8. And you know, it can be tough, you know, once you first start to fast and get into fasting, truly get into fasting without drinking or eating. It can be tough, but you know, it helps you grow. You know, that's why it's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because you're gaining self-discipline, and it also comes with patience. You see, also comes with patience. But you know, we're in the book of Ezra 23. Salakia, chapter 8, verse 21. And this was going into when Ezra had some priest was going to travel, and Ezra wanted them to be protected. You see, but we're gonna get into it. He says, Ezra chapter 8, verse 21. Then I proclaimed a fast. Salakia. Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves before the Most High to seek of him a right way for us, and for our little ones, and for all our substance. Right. So Ezra announced that him and all that were with him fast. You see? So not only they can be protected, but their children, and that their, like it says, their substance, meaning their merchandises, they can all be protected on their journey. You see? Verse 22, he said, For I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help against the enemy in the way. Because we had spoken unto the king, saying, The hand of our power is upon all them for good that seek him. But his power and his wrath is against all them that forsake him. Right, so basically, Ezra wanted to prove that the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is real, and that he shows favor to those that are sincere, man. You see? So he didn't go to the king. He like, nah, you know what? And that's faith. You see? Like, nah, I'm not gonna go asking for no soldiers. I'm gonna put my faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's faith. And also, when you fast, that's showing that you have faith, man. You see? That's showing that you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, showing that you have faith that if I fast, my Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna handle this. You see? That's faith. You see? And read that again. For I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy in the way, because we had spoken unto the king, saying, The hand of our God, our power is upon all them for good that seek him. But his power and his wrath is against all them that forsake him. So we fasted and besought our power for this, and he was entreated of us. Right, so they was begging and pleading to the Most High while they was fasting and inflicting themselves. Like, Most High, please guide us, be our protection, have your angels around us, to protect us while we're on our journey. You see, this is what happened. This was what happened. And then it said, Then I separated 12 of the chief of the priests, Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 of their brethren with them. You see? And it goes into, and it said, and I weighed unto them the silver and the gold and the vessels, even the offering of the house of the Most High, of our power, which the king and his counselors and his lords and all Israel there present had offered. I even weighed unto their hands 650 talents of silver, and silver vessels 100 talents, and of gold 100 talents. You see? So it goes in that, but just to get to the point, we're gonna go down. And here to 31, verse 31. He said, Then we departed from the river of Ava on the 12th day of the first month to go into Jerusalem, and the hand of our power was upon us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy, and as such as lay in of such as lay in wait by the way. Right, so it was enemies that waited to rob them of their gold, their silver, to destroy them. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua sent forth he had mercy on them, and had kept that hedge about them, man. You see, all because they fasted and truly had faith. You know, I'm gonna read that one more time. It said, "Then we departed from the river of Ahava on the 12th day of the first month to go into Jerusalem. And the hand of our power was upon us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy, and of such as lay in wait by the way." You see? So it was indeed enemies waiting to devour and spoil their goods, you know, to kill even if it came to it, you know. But the Most High delivered them from all that, man. He delivered them from that trouble. You see? So this is an example that shows that this shows you what fasting and prayer can indeed do, man. If you're doing it in sincerity, you see? That's what it's all about, man. You know? The Most High would make things happen before, man. Because, man, without faith, it's impossible to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And by you fasting in sincerity, man, that shows that you have faith, man. Like, okay, man, that shows that you know, man, you truly believe that the Most High can do anything. Deliver you out of any situation. You see? That's what it's all about. We must practice fasting and afflicting ourselves, man. If we want to see, hear the voice, hear from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And like I said, we have to do it in sincerity, man. Because if you're doing it for other reasons, other than, if you're not sincere, the Most High is not dealing with that, man. You're going to be confounded. You're going to be disappointed, man. You see? First of all, we have to fast correctly by not drinking, nor eating. You see? And a lot of these Christians, they go on about it. That's why a lot of these Christians fall out these churches. They call themselves fasting incorrectly and wonder why prayers are not answered. You see? And you know what? Let's grab that, man. See, I'm telling you, all you have to do is filter through these scriptures. Search the scriptures, man. The answers are all in these scriptures. You see? This book, the Holy Bible, is our guide, man. This is our guide. You see? We in the book of, gonna go to the book of Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58. Yeah, here we go. Isaiah 58 verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Right. He talking to the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua talking to the prophet Isaiah. And it said verse 2. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their God, of their power. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High. Verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted? See, this is the point. He said, wherefore have we fasted? Say they. So they're like, why are we fasting? You see? It's what these wicked jakes, this is what they say. You see, it said, wherefore have we fasted? Say they. And thou seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest not no knowledge. And you see? So they basically saying, why are we fasting? Why are we doing this? Afflicting ourselves when our prayers are not being answered. You know? Nothing has happened. We're not giving any reward. You see? And he said, this is the Most High said, behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasures. You see? And exact all your labors. You see? So a lot of these jakes, man, they don't fast correctly. You know? They do what they do. Do what that's like. They do what they want to do. You know? When they fast. You know? They do what they want to do. They call themselves fasting, but they still drinking water. Or liquid. You know? You know? Doing what they working, or maybe working if they don't have to. If they don't have to, you know. You know, basically, you know, not truly studying, you know, because when we fast and afflict ourselves, we are to, you know, study, you know, read, you know, not worried about carnal things, man. But and it says, behold, ye fast. No, behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure. So he answered that question, because they were like, why our prayers not being answered? He said, behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Right. So a lot of jakes, they fast for the wrong reasons. They fasting for the wrong reasons. You see? He said, ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Right. So in order for your voice to be heard and your prayers to be answered, you gotta fast correctly, man. You know, and also in sincerity. You see? Verse 5. Is it such a fast that I have chosen? No. The answer to that is no. A day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Yes. And it says, wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to Yahweh? Verse 6, and it said, is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness? Right, man. I'm going to read that one more time. Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of the wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke? Right, man. So the fast that he have chosen, which is to fast correctly and sincerity, that's how you get out of certain situations. That's how he deliver you from your troubles. That's how you cause demons to flee from you. Certain strong demons to flee from you. You see? Come on, man. I'm gonna read that one more time. He said, is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of the wickedness? Right, man. You may have a problem, smoking, smoking, other carnal things, but when you fast and truly, but if you truly want to get rid of that, and you may have an infirmity going on, with your body, you truly fast and you truly want to get over smoking or whatever, and you fast and ask the Lord to get rid of, take that from you, man, I'm telling you, man, he will come through, man. If you are sincere, if you truly want to get rid of smoking, you know, and you fast and pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he'll handle that for you, man. You see? He said, it's not this fast that I have chosen to loose the bands of the wickedness, to undo heavy burdens, right, man? And to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. You see? Yeah, man. So it's important for us to do these things to afflict ourselves, you know. And just like those news reporters were saying, why, and you know, why would people do this? This is why. You see, this is why. You know, that's another way of coming out of Babylon and being more spiritual and intact with our power, man, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But really quick, I want to jump down. Yeah, here we go. Verse 13. It says, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing, it's like, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahweh, honorable. So let me read that over. Kind of butchered it. It says, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahweh, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways. You see? Not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasures, nor speaking thy own word. Right, man. You see? That's why on the Sabbath, man, a lot of Jakes, man, we're supposed to be having that day keeping that day holy. You know? And you got, different false pastors out here saying that you can pop, your they teach that you can still have sex on the Sabbath, man. Nah, man, come on, man. That's gonna get you destroyed. Period, point blank. The Sabbath, man, is to be kept holy. And it's mandatory, man. This is mandatory. You see? Yeah, you know what? We're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. But, being in this society, that's why I said we keep the laws and statutes to the best of our ability. Because we can't keep them perfectly now. Not in this kingdom, Not in this wicked kingdom, we can't. Because we got to get up and work and get our daily bread. So on the Sabbath, you may have to go to work, but you don't have to eat. You see, you don't have to eat nor drink. You see, so it's still we can still keep it keep the day holy to the best of our ability, man. Period, point blank. There is no excuses. And you see, this is what, man, I'm telling you, man, it never fails, man. You afflicting your soul, it truly brings you closer to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It truly brings you closer to him, man. Believe it or not. And, really quick, let's go to Matthew chapter 6. And this is Yahweh Shai, our Lord. Because, you know, like I said, man, when we fast, we get closer and we get, you know, whatever we ask for. Hey, man, he makes it happen, man. He makes it happen, you know. So that's why we fast, you know. Because we want to be rewarded, man. And we're going to go down here. Verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites, as of a sad countenance. For they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. You see? But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thy head and wash thy face. Right, so you got these wicked jakes, man. And then, you know, I'm fasting. They make it known to everybody. They telling this person and that person that they're fasting. You know, you supposed to fast secretly, man. You ain't supposed to tell everybody that you're fasting. You ain't supposed to tell nobody that you're fasting. I don't care if it's your woman. You see? You know? You know, especially if y'all don't stay in the same household. You see? You know, we're supposed to fast secretly, you know, and just like the scripture say, anoint thy head and wash your face. Meaning, you know, still dress up, you know, like you normally do. And we walking around looking all crazy, lips white, you know, ain't brushed teeth. Like, come on, man. Nah, man. You know, keep yourself up, even though you know, you may be weak, you know, but still, you know, brush your hair, comb your hair, whatever, man. Groom yourself. You know, and says, but thou, when thou fastest, anoint thy head and wash thy face. And it says, verse 18, that thou appear unto men, that thou appear not unto men to fast. Right, so they showed you that we're not supposed to, nobody supposed to know you're fasting. You know, nobody's supposed to know you're fasting. He said that thou appear unto men to that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Come on, man. So, you know, that's why I said we have to fast, but fast with sincerity, man. You know? Can't let everybody know you're fasting. You ain't gonna get rewarded. You see? That goes back to what I just said in Isaiah. You know, people wonder why they prayers ain't getting answered and things are not happening, you know, because they're not fasting with sincerity, man. You know, period, point blank. You see? But if you fast sincerely, you will be rewarded, man. You know? I'm telling you, man. It never fails. It always happens. Only when you're sincere, though, man. You have to be sincere. You see? Things that happen, man. You know, Most High will deliver you from certain situations. You know, anything, you see? Look what happened, to the, you know, when the Most High came to the prophet Jonah and, had him go prophesy against that great city, which is not even, that great city, and tell them repent. You see? And he said, if not, and you know what? We're gonna go to it. I ain't finna butcher it. We're gonna go to it in the book of Jonah. Jonah chapter, yeah. Yeah, and it says, and the word of the Lord of Yahweh Shemel Shah came unto Jonah the second time, saying, arise, go unto Nineveh, Nineveh, Nineveh. I guess I'm saying it right. I hope so. Nineveh, Nana, Nineveh, 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 that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. It says, so Jonah rose and went unto Nineveh. That word, look. Nineveh. I guess, I hope I'm saying it right. He said, according to the word of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. Now, Nineveh was a exceeding great city of 3 days' journey. And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey. And he cried and said, yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. So Jonah went into the city and began to prophesy against that city, saying, telling them if they don't repent, telling them, he told them that in 40 days this place will be overthrown, destroyed. You see, and it said, this is the point though. Verse 5, so the people of Nineveh believed the Most High and proclaimed a fast. Right, so they got scared, man. They got scared and had to and proclaimed a fast. Announced that everybody fast, man. You see, so the people of Nineveh believed the Most High and proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth from the greatest of them even to the least of them. So everybody started to afflict themselves. You see, for word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him and covered him with sackcloth and sat in ashes. So even the king, even the king, man, trembled and humbled himself before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And said, and he caused it to be proclaimed and published through Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock taste anything. You see? You hear that? He said, let no one or any animal taste anything, meaning food or drink or liquid. Let them not feed nor drink water. So this is one of the scriptures that's proving that we are not to drink or eat, not to eat or drink water or any type of liquid. You see? And it says, verse 8, but let a man and beast be covered with sackcloth and cry mightily unto the Most High. Yeah, let them turn every one from his evil, and from his evil way, and from the violence that is in their hand. Right, you see? It says, verse 9, who can tell if the Most High will turn and repent and turn away from his fierce anger that we perish not? And verse 10, he says, and the Most High saw their works, that they turned from their evil way, and the Most High repented of the evil that he had said that he would do unto them, and he did it not. Right, so the Most High didn't proceed to bring evil upon that city, because they fasted, because they afflicted themselves. The whole city, you see, the whole city, man, got right and turned from their wicked ways, man. Even the animals, all the animals, they didn't drink nor eat anything, man. So the Most High turned back their wrath. He pulled back that wrath, man. He pulled back his angels. Like, nah. They good, you know. They good. And he caused them to not be destroyed. Why? Because they fasted, man. And repented sincerely. You see? You see how important it is to fast and pray? You know? It is very necessary, man. You know, man, ain't no telling what you can get into, man. You know? It's all type of trouble just awaiting, you know, anytime and any place. You're going to need Yahweh Shimi Awashai, man. So we got to truly serve him in the right manner. In the correct manner, man. You see? Period, point blank. You know? Because that's the only way your voice is going to be heard. That's the only way he's going to hearken to you. You see? By truly afflicting yourselves before him. Come on, man. You got to suffer. We got to suffer, man. We got to suffer to please Yahweh by Shemi Shah. You see? You just not giving reward. You're not just going to be given a reward. You got to work for that, man. You got to work for that. You see? Period, point blank. And it's not, you're not afflicting yourself to destroy. It's to build yourself, man. To be built, to be strong, man. Because that's what Yahweh Bashim Shah wants, to be strong in the spirit, man. Tough, firm. You see? Because it's great terror coming, man. And we need to be afflicted. So when that time comes, we going to be able to stand. We can stand in that day, man. You see? Cause we gonna, like I just said, man, it's all type of terror, man. That's gonna come, man. It's gonna be ugly in that day, and we gonna need Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, man. Gonna be all type of lunatics out here, man. All type of serial killers. You know, man. It's gonna be madness, cannibals. You know, man. It's gonna be madness out here, man. And we gonna need Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, man. You see? So we gotta do what we gotta do now, so we can have that hedge, man. When it all hell break loose. So when we cry out to Yahweh Bashim Shah, screaming that we need him, he gonna hearken, man. Send his angels come save us, man. Whatever, man. So we gotta get right now, man. I'm telling you. It is very beneficial. It's a lot of benefits that come from fasting, man. I'm telling you, man. Sure. Look what happened to Daniel. You know? In even all the prophets, man. How you think they was getting these revelations? By fasting. How you think they was shown, revealed a lot of prophecies? By fasting, man. By afflicting themselves. And you know what? We're going to go to Daniel really quick. Daniel chapter 10. And we're going to start at verse 2. And it's the prophet Daniel. And he said, in those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. And when he said mourning, that means fasting. That means he was mourning in the spirit. He was fasting for 3 full weeks. You see? He said, in those days, I, Daniel was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread. Neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth. Right, so he didn't eat no bread, no meat, nor did he drink any liquids. And that's another cut on these so-called Christians, man. You see? This is the true way to fast. When you don't drink nor when you don't drink nor eat anything. That's not a dry fast. That's the way you supposed to fast, and it's biblical. You see? You know, I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth. Neither did I anoint myself at all till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. You see, verse 4. He said, and in the 24th day. He said, and in the 24th day. On the 24th day. So it says, and in the 24th day of the first month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Euphrates. You see? And it says, and he said his body also was like the beryl. So who this individual that he is seeing is Yahweh Shai. You see? Because he fasted and he's seeing these visions. He's seeing Yahweh Shai, our Lord, our big brother. He said he had on his loins were girded with gold, man. And it said his body, in verse 6, it said his body also was like beryl, meaning his clothing was green. He had green clothing on. Because you go into the beryl, that's a green stone. You see? So his that's a green colored stone. So his clothing, he was the color of green. You see? He said his body also was like the beryl. You see? And his face as the appearance of the lightning. Man, he had that glow, man. You see? Glorious glow. He said his body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. Come on, man. And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. You see? And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. And he said, and I, Daniel, alone saw this vision. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. For the men that were with me saw not the vision. But a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Right. So it was storming, and it was quaking, just like the scripture said. But that was to them, the men that was with him, and they couldn't see or hear. You know? But Daniel heard the voice of Yahweh Shai, man. And he saw him. They couldn't perceive him. The other men didn't perceive Yahweh Shai. Only Daniel could. You see? It said, therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision. And there remained no strength in me. For my comeliness was turned in me into corruption. For my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength. You see? And he said, yet I heard the voice of his words. You see, and Daniel was weak. He had no strength physically, because he had drunken nothing nor ate anything. You see, so it said, yet heard I the voice of his words. And when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground. And behold, an hand touched me and set me up my knees and upon the palms of my hands. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright. For unto thee but unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling. You see? And it says, verse 12, then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy power, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. Come on, man. Powerful, man. So when Daniel began to fast, because that's what it means when it said chasten us, when he chastened himself. He afflicted his soul. He afflicted himself. Then the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shah, was hearkening to him, man. Woo! I'm telling you, man. These are the benefits of fasting, man. He said, then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy power, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. So his prayers was answered. His voice was heard, man. I'm telling you, man. If you can't, man, you can't understand this, then if you're not willing to suffer just for a little bit, just to get closer to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so he can hear your voice, and you can have a closer, a more personal relationship with him, then you're not of the elect, period, point blank. Because all of the elect is going to fast with sincerity and wholeheartedly, man. Period, point blank. You see? But, with that, I'm going to cut this short. And, Abaratazah, this lesson was edifying, to those who may catch this. Lord willing, was edifying to the body, to the elect. We gotta fast, man. We gotta afflict ourselves, get ourselves ready, for when the world is tried, man. Just like the Revelation say, so we can be protected from the trials and tribulations that are coming. We have to humble ourselves before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But with that, I'm going to say, Ka Halaya, La, Shadaya Nawa, Alayam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Raha, Rakakodash, Amath, and Shin Kabag, Awala Rakab, Hazakoyim, Wa, Shah Lakim Nawa, Shah Yasharala. Which is double honors to our elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, Wa Shalom, Wa Babarak, Labakarium, Shah Yasharala. And peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. And Abad Abal, Kwam Yasharala. Until next time, Shalom.